Hello traders and investors, this is a Bitcoin technical analysis video. The reason I'm doing this video is because Bitcoin broke out of its consolidation range. It has been trading within a range since November 21st, so more or less 70 days. And on January 13th, it broke out from this range. And the question is, are we at the initial stages of a renewed uptrend, yes or no? Now, my idea is that no, we are still within the bounds of a correction. However, my opinion doesn't matter so much. The price is king. So let's try and give a rough level in which I will need to ditch my short bias. First of all, let's look at the 50-day EMA. The price retested the 50-week EMA, which was a support level throughout the bull market, and it is the first time it is being tested as resistance. So as long as the price is below the 50-week EMA, approximately 97,650, and as long it is below 98.5, which is a prior support level, you can see how it served as support on June of 2025 and November of 2025. As long as the price is below this support level, then I am inclined to maintain my short bias in spite of this breakout. What I think we are doing now is that we are testing support, bull market support levels as resistance, which is a change of polarity, and we will be heading lower. Okay, that's my opinion. What if I'm wrong? What if the correction is over? Okay, let's say that the correction is over. If so, what do we have here? What kind of price action do we have since November 20? If it's not an A, B, and C correction in wave 4, what could it be? Because it is showing a huge amount of overlap between prices, which isn't indicative of an impulse. So in that case, we have to assume that the price is forming some sort of a leading diagonal. Okay. And within this leading diagonal, the price completed waves 1, 2, 3 is now complete. It will retrace in wave 4 to meet this trend line, probably, and continue higher in wave 5. And even if that is the case, it will still correct this leading diagonal, the first wave, to the upside with an A, B, C, and it will still give us an opportunity to enter with size. So even if I am wrong, and this is a leading diagonal, and I don't think so, it still has one low, okay, and one more higher high to confirm. If the price crosses above 101K, which is the 0.618 retracement of the third wave, then maybe I will be inclined to think that this is indeed the first wave to the upside, because usually a wave 4 doesn't cross above the 0.618 retracement. So how do I explain this rise in the price? First of all, it's not very difficult to explain. It's not very challenging. Let's say that we have waves A and B. Then from a point of equality, wave A has to be of the same length as wave C. The coming wave C has to be of the same length of wave A, roughly speaking. So as long as the price is at a level of 98 or 99K, it's not even challenging my bias, my short bias, that we are in a correction and that we are moving lower. So what happened? Why did the prices move higher? The prices moved higher because because of the Bitcoin's 60-day price cycle. Okay, now as you can see in the previous cycle, November 5th, it was also a low, a 60-day cycle low. The price moved a bit higher and then the trend down resumed. This is what we have here as well, in my opinion. The trend moves a bit higher because this is the opening stages of a short cycle, and it will continue maybe a bit higher for a day or two before it resumes lower to make a low of the 60-day, the current 60-day cycle, and the larger cycle, the 200-day cycle, at approximately middle of March, March 16 or March 17. And because the longer cycle, the 200-day cycle, is stronger than the shorter cycles, then I believe that the price will be lower than 80,600. Okay, so now what do we do? If we are going to trade this, then there are two ways to trade it short. The first way is that we will wait for the price to push a bit higher and enter this resistance area, okay, between 98.5 and 101. Okay, as I said, above 101 it is likely not a third wave, so it's a very close in validation. So it will be an ideal entry, at least for me personally, to enter at 98.5 with the stop loss slightly below 101, and to trade it short all the way down to approximately 76 or 77k. Another possible short trade is if Bitcoin now, or maybe in a day or two, returns or back inside this consolidation range. Let's say that it gets back inside the range, retests the range high 94.6 as resistance, and then a short trade lower to 76 or 75 based on my short bias. Now, what if it's a breakout? Everything is possible, as I've already explained, but let's say that it's a breakout. Why? Because it crossed above resistance. It is consolidating for 2 days above the resistance. Some technicians do have a 2-day rule. They say that if the price is consolidating above resistance for 2 days, then it's a valid breakout. In that case, if the price retests the range high again and holds it, okay, then I will be maybe I will be inclined to trade long. I'm already holding a long position, which I communicated to you on Twitter. It was a public trade, and in that case maybe I will add to this position on the retest with an expectation of higher prices. How high? Let's say that 107 or 108. It doesn't offer the best risk to reward, in my opinion, but let's say that if you have a current long position that you are diluting, then maybe it is acceptable. That's all I have for you on Bitcoin. I hope it helps, and I will see you in the next video.